Hey, I'm Aja A, and welcome to Sunshine Haze. Don't forget to check out all the links that I have listed down in the description box, and if you like the video, please give me a little thumbs up. If you have any questions after the video is over, feel free to drop them down below. I try to respond to everyone. And if you all know people interested in astrology, numerology, tarot, or whatever I'm talking about on this channel, go on and send them this link. And don't forget to hit subscribe. And of course, thanks for tuning in and rocking with me. May this info help y'all live your best lives. Peace. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, SunshinehazeCo. I'm Aja A, for those of y'all that have never seen a video of mine. This time around, this is a tarot reading specifically for the Mercury Retrograde, the Pisces Mercury Retrograde, so February 17th through March 10th. Also looking at the shadow periods, which are about a couple weeks either side of those dates. I mentioned this and I don't know what video, but I did tell y'all I was going to tell y'all about some Pisces stones. So stones that you guys can work with. I said I'd have them in this reading. Pisces stones, blue kyanite here. I've also got aquamarine here. And I've got blue lace agate, other Pisces stones, fluorite, amazonite. What else did I see in there? Amethyst is a Pisces stone as well. Blue stones and purple stones, third eye, all those third eye chakra stones and thymus stones, those are Pisces stones. Well, not all of them, but if you're like trying to gauge what group you need to be looking into, those are the groups. This is going to be, as I said, a Mercury retrograde reading. This reading is intended for your Mercury placements. So as you see the video and you see water signs or you see fire signs or whatever, know that that video is intended for your Mercury placement. So if you have your Mercury placed in Leo like me, you're going to want to watch the fire sign Mercury retrograde video. Although I am a Cancer, my solar placement is in Cancer, I'm watching the fire Mercury retrograde reading video. Now, with that being said, tarot is all about the messages and intuition and things of that sort. So if you know you are a little Cancer like me and you stumble across the water retrograde reading, there could still be some messages in there for you. It's whatever your heart and your spirit is called to, but just know that I have intended for these to be your Mercury placement readings. Now, if you don't know how to find that, you can just go online. Google is free, and these sites are also free. You could literally Google natal chart report, and it'll pull up a bunch of sites that you can go in and plug your information into. I use Cafe Astrology and astro.com the most. You'll need your birth time, your birthplace, and your birth location. If you don't have your birth time, that's okay. It just really won't give you your rising sign, but I think it's better for you to have all that information when you go to get your chart aspects. But if you don't know your Mercury placement, go on and go find that out really quick, and then come on back to the video and see what this retrograde has in store for you, all right? So, okay, y'all, let's get it popping. All right, so this one is for the fire Mercury placements like myself. For those of y'all that are wondering why I am so spicy with my words, it's because my Mercury is in Leo. And I get it from my mama and my daddy. They both got Leo Mercury placements, which is funny, which is why when we don't agree on things, them conversations be all over the place, y'all. But so this is for people with Leo Mercury, Aries Mercury, and Sagittarius Mercury, okay? So let's just go on and get started. For my fire Mercury babies, the overall energy for us during this retrograde period is the thinker. And as I'm pulling these cards a couple days into the Mercury retrograde, I'm going to just go on and confirm this. It's very much so true. It's a lot of, and it's important to remember that this is a water Mercury retrograde, right? You have fire Mercury placements. Fire and water are not a compatible energy. They do clash, but they are both the energies of emotion and of passion. So what's happening during this month for you guys with these Mercury placements is a lot of thinking about what is going on, what is happening, am I happy where I'm at, am I happy doing what I'm doing? Keep in mind that Pisces is all about creativity and all about feeling, and it's all about intuition. And so, and I talk about this a little bit in the Mercury retrograde video, this being a period in time where we are being pulled and called to do what we are supposed to be aligned with. So for those of you with these fire placements, especially because fire is action, you're going to be thinking about, well, what am I doing? Am I happy doing what I'm doing? Am I doing everything right that I need to be doing in order to be living the type of life that I want to live, right? And you got this thinker card that also carries this number of 40, this energy of the number 44. And while 44 is not a master number, 44 is a very powerful number. 4 is a number associated with the angels. It's also a number associated with stability and building upon these foundations and work and due diligence, right? So as we're thinking about during this Mercury retrograde period, how we're working, how we're moving. And we also have this energy being lent by spirit, by the angels, 44, kind of guiding us to these thoughts that we need to be having, kind of guiding us to think about the things that we need to be thinking about, kind of guiding us to look at certain areas in our lives that need to be looked at. Because, and I'm going to just get right into the next card, because you've got the devil here in Reflect and Correct. And when I pull my all shit cards, I do like to tell people, like, don't get too alarmed. Like, I don't literally mean that you need to have a conversation with Lucifer. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, when I pull the devil card, I associate the devil card with our thought process, okay? And this is in the position of reflect and correct. And just keep in mind that Mercury does govern our perspective, our mental, the way that we think. You've got the devil card coming up here. So this does tell me that a lot of you fire sign Mercury placements, for those of y'all watching this video, I would not be surprised if, as I was talking about, am I happy doing what I'm doing? Am I in the right place? Am I effectively doing the things that I need to do in order to live the life that I live? A lot of your answers might be no. I mean, that's not to say that you are just in a fucked off predicament or a situation, but this is just saying that a lot of you have realized that the type of life that you're living, the type of work that you're doing, the type of people that you're around, you may have outgrown them, or they're just not for you, or they don't have a positive impact on you anymore. So you're thinking about a lot of these things during the Mercury retrograde, and where you need to reflect and correct is look at what is bad for you. I don't like to talk about things in the terms of good and bad, but the devil card, we just gonna keep it completely 100 here. What is bad for you? What are you holding on to that does not serve you? What are you mixed up in that is not working for you? What situations have you been told by spirit, by yourself, by other people to come out of, or to shift, or to change, that you have just kept yourself in? Remember when I talk about the devil card, and I that wasn't a message that was coming out, but that was a message for somebody. When I talk about the devil card, I associate it with perspective and the way that we think. So what situations are you in, my fire Mercury people? What people are you involved with? What things, what habits are you still, what habits do you have that do not serve you, that actually pull you further from the alignment that the Pisces Mercury retrograde is trying to bring you into? Okay, this devil card, reflect and correct what you need to do, because we've got the thinker card here. Another thing too, if you are not happy where you're at, Leo, barely I'm talking to my Mercury placement. If you are not happy where you're at, Leo Mercury, if you are not happy where you're at, doing what you're doing, fire Mercuries, don't lend that energy to the way that you think about it. Don't sit up here and, oh, I hate my job. I hate doing this. I can't stand this. I'm not happy doing this. I don't like how this is. The more you give energy to that, the more that is going to be your energy in the physical. I told y'all I was speaking from experience. Listen, I like my job for reasons, for my benefits, but I've been this past couple of weeks, I've been in a headspace where I've been like, this shit is for the birds. And I've been mad, and I've been like, I can't stand this. I don't want to do this. I hate this. I can't keep fucking my shit up. And where I'm at today, I've been mad as hell at my job. I've been irritated, and I've been in a position to where I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? Why is that? Because those are the types of thoughts that I've been lending to myself. Listen, as soon as I shift, and I've gotten to the point where I can actively do this, consciously do this. As soon as I shift the way that I'm thinking about my job right now, it's going to be less stressful. As soon as I give the energy of, okay, this is work, I gotta do it, but these are the good things about it, then I'll start paying more attention to that in the physical, because that is what I'm manifesting. So use me as an example, especially if you are in a I can't stand my job situation. Use me as an example, because listen, we stay at our jobs because we have to until we are able to do the things that we need to do. So a lot of y'all are probably like me, you gotta stay at that job right now, right? Stop thinking about it so negatively. Your thoughts and your words are very, very powerful, you guys. And the way that you think about things, the way that you speak about things, that's the type of energy that it's going to give off to you in the physical. So start thinking, shift your perspective, start thinking more positively about the situations that you're in. Also start manifesting the way you want these situations to play out in a positive manner. If you want to move away from these situations, you need to be thinking about a positive transition from the situation. If you're like, nah, I know I got to stay in this situation and I don't like it, then you need to start thinking about the good in that situation. If you're in a relationship and you're like, I'm still kicking it, or, you need to start thinking about, listen, have I been shown that I don't need to be here? Have I been shown that this is not for me? And why am I still here? Start thinking about shit. Or, if you're doing things that, are not beneficial to your relationship, have I been shown what's not working for me in the situation, what I need to shift? And if you have, go on and shift it. It makes no sense. And I do say your words and your thoughts are very powerful, but I also say at the same time, change does not come without work. The retrograde period is a period of reflection and correction for you to change and shift things. So when it stations direct, you've done the work that you needed to do. So you're on the path that you need to be on. I started fussing and I don't know how I was going to end that sentence, but basically, you can think about these things all you want. You start with the thinking, but then you have to make a shift in the physical, and that's going to segue me into y'all's last card, okay? What's the takeaway? You got the Two of Coins, Two of Pentacles. Pentacles is what? That is the earth element, and that is all about physicality. That is all about what is actually tangible for us. The Two of Pentacles is a card that I associate with abundance. It's also a card that I associate with direction, and it's a card that I associate with stable foundation. So as you do this thinking during this Mercury retrograde, as you reflect and correct and, move out the negative notions, move out the negative thoughts, move out, the negative situations, you're going to find yourself in a position to where you have cleared out the space and where you have the mentality that you need in order to progress forward into doing what it is that you want to do. You see this person, his arm is coming out from deep under the waters. And if this ain't the most accurate analogy, what are we in? Some splish splashy, confusing, dreamy ass Pisces waters right now. Okay. So this man, he is reaching out of these little Pisces waters. He is like, oh shit, there's the sky. Got tossed and lost at sea and finally figured it out when we stationed direct. Oh, there's the sky. But as he was in those waters, he was fishing around. He picked some things up. He's got 2 coins, and he is balancing them perfectly. And if you look a little bit closer, you see that infinity symbol? There are cycles coming around for you guys. There are things that you're moving into for y'all with those fire Mercury placements. There are things that you are coming into that are going to be very successful and very abundant for you and are supposed to be a part of your foundation again, because remember, the Pisces energy is pulling us to what we're supposed to be in alignment with. But this card popping up here is just telling me that you will not have that direction. You will not have that direction, and you will not have that direction, nor will you have the success that comes from this sense of direction if you do not think things through, and if you do not clear out whatever dense and negative and stagnant energies or thoughts or words are still weighing heavy on your heart, mind, and spirit. Okay, so this is actually, because you have the Devil card here and because it's fire and water clashing, right? This is going to be, and I'm going to keep it very real for some of you. For some of you, this might be a little bit of an emotionally turbulent time, and not necessarily in regards to people, but in regards to how you're processing things. Again, remember, Mercury governs our thoughts and the way that we communicate. So there might be a little bit of, a little bit of shit that you have a hard time maneuvering or a hard time dealing with for the next month. Okay, it is Mercury retrograde. We're only a few days in, y'all. I got hit with the shadow though, with all this water in my chart. So I've been in Mercury retrograde for a whole month, but I hope some of y'all are more fortunate than me and Pisces ain't pulled you under just yet. But what was I saying? Listen, I don't know. When Mercury stations direct, you guys will be in a position to where you can actually move forward doing the things that you want to do. You're not going to be able to do so until you clear out these dense energies, these negative energies. This is not shit that you want to carry around with you. And understand that this is a water retrograde, so wash it away. Let Pisces clear it out, okay? Just know that this is going to be a time to where you guys are really thinking about things. The way that you process things might be, like I said, a little emotionally turbulent, but just stick to your guns, clear out be able to acknowledge what needs to be acknowledged, clear out what needs to be cleared out. Therefore, you can actually embark upon this journey with this solid Two of Pentacles, Two of Coins, foundational energy once Mercury stations direct. Okay? That's your spread, y'all. I hope that provided y'all with some insight. If you're interested in your own personalized Mercury retrograde reading, I am having a sale. My retrograde readings are normally $40. They are half off, $20 for Mercury retrograde. You can book that through my Etsy. You can shoot me an email. You can even drop some in the comments down below, and I'll figure out how to get in contact with you. Check out that Mercury retrograde video on the energies that we'll be dealing with. There's actually a lot of important information in there. So listen, Pisces will have you tossed, and I wish I'd have did my notes before the shadow, because I maybe could have saved myself a little bit. But maybe I could save y'all a little bit. Go watch that video. And then check out all the other videos that I have up. The 2020-22 Universal Year video, 2020 Tarot Forecast for the year, the Pick a Card Decade Messages, and I will also have the March Tarot Forecast going up over the next week, okay? Thank y'all for watching. La 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 la. Pisces, retrograde, gay talk. Thanks to y'all for watching. I will catch y'all next time. Peace.